Hey everyone, this is Doug Zatarose, and, well, I stopped the recording on one end, but kept the recording going, started a fresh recording on the other, so, yeah, one of the times where I get to sit back and watch what I did, and let you know what was going through my mind beyond, well, what you were hearing last time. So, as you can see, I'm still working on pulling off the charge a spark shine, get into the next screen, and then launch over to the right. That's not the easiest thing in the world to do because of the timing with the spark shine. You only have it for a few seconds, and it took me quite a while to realize the trick I needed. Also, it's never great at using the spark shine and jumping. I got a little better at it, but it's still something I'm working on a lot. Now, I can actually make some recommendations if you're trying to do something like this. First and foremost, look at the layout. I took so long to realize just what I needed to do in order to properly pull this off. See, I almost always fall when I enter, even though I'm running it on the ground. There's a reason for that, and that is because of how the whole thing is set up. Oh man, I got a ways to go here. I remember it took me about 5 minutes to get through this with a little exploring, knowing me, because I like to poke around and see what's going on, what's around. Also, I love this only version of the spark shine where you get after images that launch off to the sides. All other games that use the spark shine, that's, let's see, Zero Mission and Fusion. Well, this is pretty much any game that's got the speed booster. Wow, I honestly forget. Oh, right, I wouldn't know. I haven't actually played the 3DS Metroid Samus Returns, the remake of Super Metroid 2. But, you know, the fact that, Super Metroid 2 should be obvious, given one of the previous Let's Plays on this channel was AM2R, or, you know, another Metroid 2 remake. I actually grabbed that, the day after it got announced. It's kind of like Pokemon Uranium. In both cases, I got it as soon as I could. And then it was taken offline, and what I have is what I have. Thankfully, I could still get patches here and there. I'm pretty sure... Yes. Yeah, I did update AM2R, or at least once, dealing with a glitch that was going on in there. I personally hadn't encountered it, but that doesn't say a whole ton. Ah, yes. This is a boss room. No. This is that room's tracking something. I haven't figured out what. I want to know, but I don't know what it is. Okay, well, I got my tea, I got my mug. I am good to provide a lot of commentary, which is good, given I was at this for a good while. If I remember right, we are most of the way through just attempting, and yeah, I'm finally starting to refine things a little bit. That was the beginning of the... Wait, I should try jumping. Specifically using space jump to navigate that room transition. Now, this is still something I don't like about Super Metroid Phazon. It's half feature, half detriment. Now, the dark color palette for, well, Dark Samus, Phazon Samus. Oh. Oh, now I was remembering about what I'm going to be doing next. Yeah, right now I'm just experimenting, getting a little better feel. What I'm trying to do. Alright, run in. I fall. I'm getting closer to getting the timing, though. I'm building toward it. Is this gonna be that last? Yep, exploring. Oh, yeah, you gotta explore. That's half the premise of this game. And you deal with a minor sense of isolation, though I'm more used to that when you write for a living. Okay, so run, tap, charge. Alright, coming along. Alright, got to charge, come into the room, fall, get that, and shoulder charge into completely the wrong thing, wrong direction. Alright. The first time I actually spin jump in. Spin jump, space jump. I know my terminology. I mainly need to work on how I handle space jump in this game, because it works differently than I remember it working in Super Metroid. With what I use to play these games, I don't have the late file in Super Metroid. I'd need my I need my Super Nintendo upstairs, which is not HDMI equipped, which is not compatible with all this wonderful modern technology. Yeah, closest thing I've got is my Retro Pi. Oh, yeah, and the Retro Arc is really nice. I do very much enjoy having something that is just kind of a one platform fits all sort of thing for emulation. It remains, I've never really had much of a problem with emulation. Please only go for games you physically own as much as possible. Support the original designers. Now, getting a card is great for your collection. Now, I'd say look into the games they did, but no, actually, the Super Nintendo era is when we actually started seeing more. Super Nintendo era is when we actually started seeing more real names. If you looked at the names of Nintendo games, their original iterations, well, most of the time people were using pseudonyms, because late 80s, early 90s, being a video game programmer was not seen the same way it was today. It was a new thing. Yeah. If it fell... Oh, hey, there we go. Finally did it. Almost, just over 9 minutes in. For super missiles. Doing all that for super missiles. I have no idea why I was so determined. No. Well, it's probably just for the completion. Now, periodically, I'll just stand there. This is one of those cases. What I'm doing is actually looking at a map. Even though I could have paused the recording, I kept it in. And if anyone actually did listen to the podcast I was on, the filter I use for profanity is lifted, and with the last podcast you want, Steve, if you listened to some of the previous episodes, Steve honestly has no problem with, like, those natural pauses in conversation. For something like this, where I am literally talking to you about what I'm doing, or rambling on with a random topic, I'm good at that, ish. I actually try and avoid pauses. It's more, yawn! And because of the nature of things, I also don't mind leaving that in. I don't mind those little bits. Also, it's less editing for me. Yeah, one of the things I enjoy about doing this particular project, these kinds of projects, is just a lot of, there's not as much for me to do, get something ready. I very much enjoy that. It's a nice contrast to the rest of my work, where there's a lot of prep work, and a lot of, get this set, that set. There are a lot of particulars that need to be in place. Yeah, kind of refocusing on the video. That is a Phazon particle. I have done my research now, and I know what those Phazon particles are for, how to use them. There's 48 to 50 of them, and the scheme, surprise, surprise, has like an ultimate weapon, the Phazon beam. How do you get the Phazon beam? You need to collect all the Phazon particles. They also have a secondary benefit. That... need more tea. The secondary benefit of Phazon particles is they actually enhance your healing speed when you're using one of the Phazon chargers. The little kind of sparky blue orb that goes up and down and up and down. Honestly, it's kind of nice. I enjoy that. It probably is faster. I still use fast forward because of how much health I have now. Now, exploring the map to figure out what to do. The answer is I'm headed toward Tetrafuse. I'm going to want to go to that right-hand exit at the right-hand elevator and see what's there. But also, a big to-do here is an ongoing thing really is looking for the Valkyrie gear and looking for power-ups. To beat the game, I need all the pieces of the Valkyrie gear. That gives me access to the final area. It's the equivalent of me having gone around and beat all the bosses. Undoubtedly, I still need to go around and beat all the bosses. I beat a number of them. I would need to review all my footage to know which ones, where, when, how. Though, I really enjoyed that last boss fight. I was plainly overpowered. Yeah. It's fun taking on a boss when you've got more supplies than you're meant to. Because then you get to just destroy things. And tank way more hits than you should. And know that you are tanking when you're supposed to be dodging and weaving. Oh. Okay, I forgot. For this part, I try for the missile tank up here. I actually need to watch some things so I can get a better idea of what to do here. See, I will use speedruns to actually get orientation, get a better idea of what to do, where to go. It's helped immensely, just so there aren't a whole ton of episodes like this where I genuinely wanted to focus more on playing the game and not have it like playing the game and talking. Yes, that discrepancy is very intentional. it's easier to play a game and not ramble on about playing the game than it is to play the game. Wait, I feel like I got that backwards. It's easier just straight playing the game than it is to talk and play the game, and even talking about how you're playing the game. Okay, good. Yeah, I am exploring. So, the big thing getting me here is just how am I supposed to get that missile? I genuinely don't have an answer right now. I've tried at least a few things, but yeah, no, I'm not getting it right now, so up. This is me making my way toward Metroid Phazon. Now then, getting a nice bit of health. I like having a lot of health. I'm gonna go through a lot of that health before the end of the video. Yeah, I decided to be a little too tanky. Oh, at least that's my opinion. Oh yeah, this quarter actually showed me something wonderful. It's just how much more powerful I've got it. So initially, that was really one of like 2 quarters I was scared of, because there's only so much you can do with your starting gear. Now I've got a lot of health, I've got missiles, I've got pretty much everything you can get in the game. The thing I've got the most trouble with in terms of managing is power bombs. I haven't gotten a big stock of those. I get more power bombs by finding the power-ups. Love that I fast-forwarded there. Yeah. Now I am double-checking the map to figure out my course. Now, I'm looking for Valkyrie gear, and I'm looking for power-ups. I want more health, more ammo. I don't know the maximums here. That's something I really, really miss about, like, Metroid Fusion. I go into an area post-game, keyword, post-game. Yeah, having cleared the game, and it'll actually show me, I could be wrong and I'm getting stuff turned around, but it shows me how many of the various items I've collected, how many are left, what I've got left to find, what's left to be done. And I like that a lot. I wish that was a thing in the original Super Metroid, but as you can see from the WiiU, it isn't. It'd be wonderful, but it isn't. That means, I need to, if I want to figure this out, I need to figure this out the old-fashioned way of go and look. I want to double-check things, I need to literally go to the place it's supposed to be and double-check it. Joy, huh? T, you are life. Love these things. They can't be a little itchy. Oh, well, yeah, these in particular can be a little itchy. The Alice in Wonderland ones that I'm normally wearing, much more comfortable. Alright, so exploring, because I was getting annoyed by the dark gray. Also, I was looking at the map and going like, hey, if I go straight up, that saves me some time possibly. So let's look into going straight up. Now it takes me a little bit because the screen transition interferes with my timing for using space jump. And as I keep reiterating, space jump has a different timing in this hack. This hack played around with space jump. What was it? Just like the original Metroid 2 on Game Boy, Samus' Return, you could just space jump ad nauseum, and very easily. This has been refined more with the Super Metroid, Metroid Fusion, and Metroid Zero mission. I don't know how it sits in the latest one, Samus's Return. It's like I said, I haven't had the time to play it. I just put it into my 3DS after I bought it last year for Black Friday because it was a great deal. Wanted to get Let's Go Eevee this year for a good deal, but I couldn't remember where that really good deal was. It was GameStop. I was wrong. I went there, looked at the prices, checked the things. Nope. Well, okay. Oh, that's right. My ultimate solution, wall jump. As long as I don't hit up or down, it works. I hit up or down, I fall. Now, in the original game, I'd be able to recover easier with space jump. Well, okay, I think I'd be able to recover easier with space jump. Good news is, once I make it to the top, I'm up. As you get over that barrier, nothing to worry about. Oh, I still hate these things. They do a lot of damage fast. Okay, so yeah, I'm figuring out how I want to approach things, where I want to go next. Had to try that at least once. Build the charge, launch. Still feels like this Sparkshine is the most powerful Sparkshine in a number of ways, but it's also the only one that damages me, which I've never liked. Alright, let's see here. I'm at 89, 94. I don't really feel that was worth the exchange. Yep. Yep, stuff to explore. Always good. More to see, more to do. I am once again consulting my actual physical map, which is right over here. I don't know why it curls up like this. It might be the fact, it's a map. It's printed, so it'll do that. Sorry. It'll do its own thing. And sorry, I was covering my face. I actively try not to do that. I've got reasons. I might go into that at a different point. But skinny is accessibility is something I do believe in. I want to make sure I'm not obstructing my talking in the least. Okay. Consulting map to figure out where to go. And recharging. Okay. So, what do we have here? Oh, charge, check the map, check my stocks. And then on. I'm actually using the charge beam. It's like the rarest thing I do in this game. I almost never directly use the charge beam. Most of the time I use the rapid fire aspect of this particular setup. It's really nice being able to shoot really, really fast. Yeah, and getting to something I could not access sooner. There are a lot of benefits to finally having power bombs. I have power bombs, and I have bombs. I've only had them for a little while, but oh, do I love them. They are so wonderful, and it makes my life a lot easier to just deal with all that. Huh. Good times. Yeah. Here's where I'm gonna take a fair bit of damage as I recollect. Also, this remains my biggest qualm with the map. With some of these larger areas Tetrafuse, I can't move the map as well as I would like. I can do I can move it usually in one direction, but not both. You know, if I go one way and the map does not like what I'm doing, I can't go back. Well, yeah, no, I just have what I mean. Okay. So, alright, now I'm looking for a missile upgrade. Now, spoilers, I find it. I was expecting it to be more hidden, but nope. Right out in plain sight. Right there. Didn't take all that much to find. Those things are fast. Like, faster than I've ever seen anything that looks like that move. Oh, there were like 3, 4 of them there. Oh. Oh. Ah, okay, I know where this is going now. First, I need to kill these Phazon enhanced jumpers. Those things hurt. And they take a lot to kill. Also, this is mighty fine jumping here. Yep. Long shaft. Thing to block my progress. I can't just shoot through. And yes, the answer is indeed Spark Shine. I really feel like this ROM hacker took better advantage of the Spark Shine as an ability than was originally done in the game, but this was like our second game with it. Oh no, this was the first game with Spark Shine. This is the game that ability originated in. Ah, power bombs up top. Okay, I couldn't quite remember. So, the conundrum faced by me here is I need to get up there. And the only way to do that is Spark Shine. To pull this off, I need to run, jump, and then essentially jump again. Then I need to carefully drop from the ceiling onto any of the other sections of solid platform. I was just off by a few moments there. Nearly there. Too slow. Well, I'll get there. I know I do. Yeah, this is future me watching past me play, so I'm loaded with spoilers. So also I'm really bad at remembering like what I've done. A lot of my memory is reactionary to I look and see what I did, and I remember what I did. And like, you know, now I'm just exploring a little bit. Big old room, and I like the exploring. Ah, yeah. And no, we try and figure out what I need to do. This is how you problem solve sometimes. Just steadily apply solutions. Oh, wow, I did not realize how much, well, it took me a while to realize like how much damage I've taken. I also get ambushed. Oh yeah, that's right. I remember hearing about grapple being really good for doing things. I also very quickly retreat because I went from lots of health to only a little health in a very short period of time. Yeah, that was fun. So, new section, new items, always good. Now, to actually progress through, I need to kill everything on screen. Now I will have shortly killed all 3 of those golden robots. Door's still not open. I need to kill that little ball of energy. Which I do. Alright, time for me to start consulting maps. Saving. Saving. Saving is good. The save state system makes things a lot easier. Okay, yeah, I gotta... And when I'm playing next, I need to head up so I can figure out how I'm supposed to do this. You know, I thought, hey, maybe I can shoot through. I think there is the odd glitched door which can let you do that in the original Super Metroid, but it's also probably very tricky and absurdly precise. I can do these things, they just take a lot of iteration. Let's see what to do. Power bombs. I like power bombs. Mostly because they're like, they were the second to last big power up I got. Those bombs and power bombs. Actually, I kind of wonder. No, I'm thinking about the spark shine technique. No, not spark shine, the crystal flash. I don't know how many games feature the crystal flash technique, but it's one that originates in Super Metroid. Moment. So, I've mentioned a new technique unique to this game, and that's the crystal flash, but you know what, I'll save talking about that for later. The footage has ended. I need to wrap up. So, yeah. Next week, I'll try and talk about the crystal flash technique. If I don't, that just means I've forgotten. I'll try to get to it. It'll just take a little while. So, this has been Doug's Outer Roads for Game Shampoo. As always, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to keep up to date with our Let's Plays, with the Skyrim content that has no real end in sight. It's there, it's just so far out there. And yeah, as always, thank you very much for watching. If you want to see me play anything, comments. I read them. I don't always respond, but I read them. So, take care, and I'll see you next time.